G'day, good afternoon. Sorry it's a bit late today, went for a surf this morning, so bringing you your cryptocurrency and surf report a little late today on the 10th of July. The market's taken a little bit of a hit. The market cap is down to 93 billion. Bitcoin's down at about $2,500 US a coin. Litecoin took about a 4.5% retracement from its high as well, its recent high I should say, and it's trading at around the $50 US mark, just a little below. Ethereum's continuing to slide, unfortunately. We're still looking for that to find a support level. Could be at the 240 level. That's a lot further than I thought, at least sort of 5%, 4%. I thought it would find support at 250, it hasn't. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. I still think it's a good long-term hold. Bitcoin and Litecoin, I think we'll see some growth coming up to the SegWit decision in August. You've got to be careful about jumping in after the announcement, because quite often the prices will have been factored in up to that announcement. So just be careful with that. One coin I'd like to talk to you about today is ChainCoin. As you know, I've been plugging the masternode coins for a while, PivX, exclusive coin, and they've done reasonably well since I started getting onto them. The problem for me was affordability within my budget. I never like to throw too much into one coin, and for me to afford a PivX masternode was 20,000. That's just not money I have in to put into one coin. It's not money I have to put into the crypto economy at the moment. But what I did find is exclusive coin, and I was working towards a masternode for that, and still am. That's around 2,500, but I got an opportunity last night on the back of watching one of my favourite YouTubers' videos, recent posts. Max from High on Coins has got a plan. He's trying to buy up a masternode coin, get a group of people who are interested in doing this, and the plan is to buy it and never sell it. So, end game, we make residual income for the rest of our lives off the node, if it works. It's ambitious. There's going to be pumpers and dumpers coming on board, which we've already seen, to take advantage of this plan, and just because they understand the charts and they can see the action before it happens. So they're going to come on board, make some money and go away. But if Max and his group don't actually ever sell back the coins that they bought at the cheap prices, they can't. The market can never crash below where this all started. And if transaction processing through the masternode does provide a good residual income, no one will ever really have a reason to sell the coins. Supply and demand suggests that would drive price up. His target's $100. That's ambitious for sure, but I just want to show you a little bit about how the price actions happened at the moment. Well, I think the $600 odd I spent last night buying up a node was pretty good investing. I could be wrong, but Max made a post and basically said he'd got this group together who were prepared to just sit on these coins until the processing became profitable, and even then, obviously, after the processing became profitable. So that sent the coin all the way up to 45,000 Satoshi. Huge gains. We're talking 700%, I think, in 7 days. So ridiculous gains, and that was always going to lead to some profit taking. Not everyone, obviously, who's bought ChainCoin knows Max or knows High on Coin. Some of them have just bought it because they like the long-term potential. Some people have jumped on because they've just seen this thing going up. But what's happened is we've seen profit taking, and that's dropped all the way down to actually below 20,000 Satoshi. I picked it up around the 20,000 Satoshi. I picked up a tiny little bit lower than that. I picked up some at around the 2,500, and I picked up some as high as actually 25,000, and some at 30,000. So I think my average buy point was around the 25,000 mark, roughly. I can't remember exactly, but I remember it cost me around the $600, $700 US to get the node. So it wasn't my best buying performance, but I was pretty eager to actually get my first node, so I FOMO'd it a little bit. In any case, we did have that retracement. It went up during the day, started to make really good gains up towards the 88 cents a coin mark. Most of my coins were well below that, so I was really happy at this stage. And then we took a big a big dip down again, started heading in the wrong direction. I couldn't understand it, so I jumped online and I had a look at Max's most recent post where he talked about setting up buy walls and sell walls, what I've usually called buy orders or sell orders, as I've referred to them. Buy walls and sell walls are a little bit different in terms of the psychological effect you're trying to have on the market, and it is advanced strategy. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people who were not capable of running this strategy jumped on board and set buy walls in all the wrong sort of places, and the market couldn't recover. It kept hitting all these buy walls and just bouncing back down, and that's what we've seen. Now, I've since seen Max do another post where he said, look, if you don't understand buy walls and sell walls, just leave it. Just go back to the original plan of buy, hold, let's make some money off the residual income. Now, as I said, ambitious plan. This is lottery ticket sort of stuff, so I'm only advising like 5 to 10% of your total investment budget on this, and that's only if you've got some left to play with this month. Please don't overcapitalise. It's very important in investing. But I think now that Max has put out this post correcting people who were trying to help but didn't really know what they were doing, I think we're going to see good price action over the next 24 hours. I think we'll head up towards that sort of period, 45,000k margin again. I don't think we'll get there for a few days because there is a plan to have more control growth now, so we might see action like that, which is, as I've said in previous posts, it's much more sustainable. It's much more appealing to a long-term investor and an experienced investor. So that's the sort of growth patterns we want to get on. And right now we're actually in a dip. I'll just check price right now for you in terms of US dollars and Satoshi, and we've got, oh, it's it's just taken a big jump. So we're up to 74 cents, around the 2,000. Well, not around 29,807 Satoshis. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. That puts me up at around 15% from last night's buying. Actually, a little more. So, actually, a lot more. Sorry, just trying to do that maths on the run. Stoked. Anyway, so now that we're seeing the recovery, it sort of happens at this time of the day every day. Will it be sustained today? I can't be sure, but if you want to get in, please watch your buying. This has been a volatile asset, and I really think you've got to watch your buying. But like I said, it's a $600 lottery ticket for me, and the potential to earn sort of a lot of money for the rest of my life was way too tasty to pass up. So I've jumped in on it. Please, 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 only what you can afford, and call it your small amount gambling budget within your investment, and that way you can hold it and you don't care. It can go down, it can go up. You say, you know what, it was 5% of my budget, I do not care. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to make 20% on my other long-term stuff anyway. So it is the high risk, high reward category, frothers. Don't overinvest on it. Market cap sitting about 11 million US. So if you can get in anywhere around the 25,000, I see that as good buying. Yesterday I put out a post on Steam It and I said 20,000. Obviously, if you can get it that cheap, I still think that's great buying. I don't think you'll see it retrace that far though. I think a lot of this action has been caused by Max and his group. It's a small enough market cap to suggest that a YouTuber with 6,000-7,000 followers can certainly control the market. It would only take an average of $1,000 investment per follower to really have a massive control over this market. And I know a lot of his investors are much more heavily invested than $1,000. So it's an interesting social experiment. It's something that I've paid to get involved with, and it's a lottery ticket, but I hope to go well on it. On the surf front, it's pretty much the last of it. We had a little paddle across the other side today, which was nice, but the boys didn't tell me. They saw a shark out there and didn't tell me till we got in. So Owen, Scotty, not cool. Not cool. Anyway, I think the market's still going to show some recoveries. It's just dipped below 93 billion, but we're just starting the week out. I think during the week we're going to see more money flow in as soon as those buy signals start to show for the experienced investors. So make your own decisions. I think it's still cheap buying this month. And whatever you're doing, have a good day, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Take it easy. See you, frothers.